Video you guys are about to watch is one of the most important distilleries of information regarding entrepreneurship that I personally have ever recorded. I was watching back the footage right now. I just wanted to add this intro and to let you guys know to watch this video in full because it literally distills the science of working as an entrepreneur, getting the most output out of what you put in as an entrepreneur. It distills it down into a science. If you guys are interested in getting a lot of work done in as little of an amount of time as possible, to evade burnout, to evade distractions, to actually eliminate the right things and prioritize the right things, this is the video for you.
I want to ask you guys a question. All you guys are entrepreneurs here. How many of you guys have this problem? When it comes to your work, okay, you either work too little or you work too much, or you're constantly in a cycle between one or the other. How many of you guys incur that? How many of you guys have felt that in the past? Okay, perfect. This, ladies and gentlemen, is what people that are more colloquially trained call burnout. This is what burnout really is, okay? You go a certain amount of time, 6, 7, 8 days, or whatever it is, working a lot, and then you have the 6, 7 new days. Again, the durations can vary where you're not working at all, right? And the issue here is that most of the entrepreneurs that work like this justify it. The justification that they give themselves is that they believe that the amount of work that they do in the time that they're working is more than when they're not. But this is more farther than the truth than anything, okay? A lot of people don't understand that when you're stuck in this constant perpetual cycle of working too little, too much, this is what essentially happens. Your business, because you're never able to build momentum, which is the magic word of today other than accountability, because you're never able to build momentum, you are full, or rather your business is full of half-built bridges. Now, a half-built bridge is a software that you never used, but you signed up for. It's a CRM that you built out. It might be your channel that you posted on for a few weeks, but you never actually ended up going anywhere with it. It might be your cold email system that you quit on. How many of you guys have at least one of these? Okay, everybody here has had at least one half-built bridge in their business. The reason why people have half-built bridges in their business is because of momentum. Number one, because of momentum. The second reason is because of something that we like to call SOS. This is not your soy sauce. This is not save our souls or some dumb shit. This, ladies and gentlemen, is shiny object syndrome. Shiny object syndrome destroys more businesses than Mark Zuckerberg. Shiny object destroys more businesses than the IRS. Shiny object syndrome destroyed more businesses than the Joe Biden administration. I want you guys to understand something very particularly, okay? If you are an e-commerce owner, if you're an agency owner, if you're a coach, if you're a consultant, if you're a marketing professional, if you're a SaaS owner, no matter what type of entrepreneur you are, if you are always putting out fires in your businesses because you keep chasing shiny objects, if you're always being a slave to your calendar, you have no time at all to actually focus on working on your business. You're always working in your business. If you are always scaling headaches, this is the head of you, okay? You're always facing headaches and you're scaling headaches instead of your revenue. And if you're inconsistent, you're always going up and down and up and down and up and down and up and down. And because you're inconsistent, so is your revenue. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm about to provide the solution to you in this very presentation. Now, if you're experiencing all these things, maybe a lot of you aren't. There were some of you guys who didn't raise your hands. You guys might think that you're above everybody else. That's fine. You know, I've had that superiority complex phase as well. I want you to ask yourself something, because a lot of you guys aren't going to self-diagnose yourself with all the issues that I mentioned before. If you guys have these symptoms, I'm about to list some symptoms of these issues that I listed out. And there's a lot of other underlying issues that we haven't mentioned, but if you are facing any of these symptoms, I want you to listen to this presentation very, very carefully. If you got some piss, I want you to hold it in. If you want to take a shit, I want you to hold it in. I want you to sit down all the way. throughout this presentation. What are the symptoms? Number one, your KPIs are underperforming. Okay, you have some key performance indicators, your close rates, your show rates, some sort of revenue indicator, whatever it is, your KPIs are underperforming. If this is you, I want you to pay attention. Number one. Number two, if you feel like you're getting left behind, right? All your competitors are ahead of you. If you feel like people that are half as smart as you, that provide half the value that you provide with your products, with your service, with your SaaS, whatever it is, are twice as far ahead of you, then this is the presentation for you. If your Stripe account or whatever payment processor you use is stagnated, if it's plateaued, or if it's decreasing, I want you to listen to this presentation very, very carefully. Because here's the thing, you have consumed numerous courses. You guys have literally paid to be in this room today. So you guys have consumed masterminds. You guys have the information. How many of you guys feel like you know more than your competitors? Keep your hands raised. How many of you guys are making less money than one of these competitors? See what I mean? There were only, I didn't count, there were very few people that dropped their hands. Why, if you know more than your competitor, are you making less? That, ladies and gentlemen, is the golden question. That, ladies and gentlemen, is the golden question. Why are people that have not invested the money you've invested in courses, that have not invested the money that you've actually invested in masterminds, why are these people that are not investing in their education, not investing in their development ahead of you? The answer is very simple. You are stuck in what we call analysis paralysis. And I've seen this time and time again. You are stuck in analysis paralysis, and you guys are not focusing adequately. Your focus is too diversified. It is the information that has led you astray. Why? Because even now, and I'm sure some of the other speakers that came before me might be a little offended, I heard 3 different perspectives today on what I should be doing. One of the guys gave me a beautiful presentation on why I should build my personal brand. Another individual talked about YouTube ads, right? Another individual talked about recruiting VAs so that they can reach out to people on LinkedIn, okay? Recruiting VAs. These are 3 different paths, okay? This is one road, this is another, and this is a third. The question is, which road are the people here? This is you sitting down here. Which of these paths are you gonna take? And that paradox of choice is what incapacitates you from making a decision in the first place. Ladies and gentlemen, this does not necessarily need to be a way that you do outreach. It doesn't need to be whether or not you should run ads or whether or not you should recruit. It can literally be anything. It can be what graphics you decide to use, okay? It can be who you decide to hire. All of these decisions that have a multiplicity of choices involved. It can be literally how many businesses you're running. I had a call with an entrepreneur today, very high level entrepreneur, running 7 businesses. I asked him, why are you running 7 businesses? He said, oh, I'm always feeling burnt out. I always have these issues, all the issues that I mentioned to you guys, okay? You guys are feeling burnt out. You're always putting out fires. This is exactly what he told me. He recited the script. I asked him, what do you think you need to do? He said, I have one business. This is the golden business. I want to switch off. I want to turn down every single other opportunity, shut down all my other businesses, go all in on this one. I asked him, why haven't you done it yet? That's the real question. A lot of you guys understand this. A lot of you guys are nodding your heads. Some of you guys are rolling your eyes because you think that this is going to be a generic presentation. Why? Because I'm talking about something that everybody knows well, but I know how to focus. I'm making 200. How many of you guys are making 200K ARR at least? Okay, all of you guys are making at least 200 grand in revenue in your businesses. You guys are like, oh, I already know how to focus. If you knew how to focus, your competitors wouldn't be making more than you despite knowing less than you. I want you to understand this is a focus problem. This is a delegation problem. You are not delegating your focus, your resources, your mental capacity adequately between the things that you need to do. You understand me? This is an issue that involves you It's not about the market. It's not about the niche. It's not even about your competitors. It's not even about the fact that they have some little tactic or some strategy. This is a fundamental issue. You, ladies and gentlemen, you are the bottlenecks in your business. You are the bottlenecks. You understand me? I want everybody to realize this. It is because of the fact that you have been consuming the information that you are not where you want to be. The question is, how do you solve it? If you want consistent revenue, if you want consistency, and by the way, this consistency can involve your revenue, it can involve you, it can involve your team, whatever it is. If you want consistency, if you don't want these ups and downs with your months, if you don't want to feel like you're getting left behind, if you want focused days, if you want focused quarters, if you want focused weeks, months, decades for your business, if you want this, then you need to stop consuming information. If you want to scale consistently, again, you want to scale consistently and you want to do so without sacrificing your family, time with your family, without sacrificing your health, without sacrificing your sanity. And if you want to work on your business instead of in it, then ladies and gentlemen, I want you to pay close attention, because what you're missing, as aforementioned, is not a course. What you're missing is not the network that you came here to build. What you're missing is not the mastermind that you paid for. What you're missing is not even this presentation. This is an internal issue. And this internal issue has one remedy and one remedy only. Before I give you this remedy, I want you to understand something. This issue is not an issue that exists within quarters. Let's say, let me help you visualize this. Okay, this is what you think this looks like. Here is the average individual's year. Okay, we're going to redraw that. Okay, that's a full year. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's Q1, that's Q2, that's Q3, and this is Q4. You guys think that you might be inconsistent here, and then you might be doing good here. And then you might be inconsistent here, or you might actually have a good quarter. You might have 2 quarters back to back because of momentum. And then you might fail in quarter 4. This is not how this works. I want you to understand that when it comes to focus, focus boils down not to the quarter, not even to the year. It's not about the year, not about the quarter. It's not even about the week. Heck, it's not even about the day. It's literally about the hour. Focus boils down to the hour. If you are incurring the outcome, if this is what's happening to you, if you're spending so much time working, you're putting in all the hours, but you still are getting nowhere. Your revenue is literally at 0. It has no change. You guys are stuck. How many of you guys are here because you felt stuck? Most of you guys are here because you felt stuck. How many of you guys are working extraordinary hours for your business? Now, let me ask you this. How many of you guys, as I mentioned before, feel busy, but you don't actually feel productive? Okay, a lot of you guys, but for those of you that haven't raised your hand, you guys raised your hands when it came to having inconsistent revenue. I want you to truly ask yourself, what is the distraction? The distraction that is disallowing you to scale. Because when I asked you guys that competitor question, I saw a huge amount of hands. And we know what that means. The information isn't the problem. And a lot of people say, oh, it's not information, then it's time. A lot of times it's not time either. I know people right now that I consult with that have literally been in business for less time than their competition and do better. I know people that I consult with, once again, that do worse than their competition, and they've been in business twice or thrice as long sometimes. Competitors that have literally stolen their funnels. But you know what the secret is? They usually steal only one of their funnels. You guys have 5 funnels. One of them performs the best. You focus on all 5. Somebody steals one of your funnels. They funnel hack you, and then they make all this money. And you ask yourself, even though I was diversifying all my focus, even though I knew I should have gone all in on this one funnel, even though I knew I shouldn't have spent all this ad spend and cut it in half, I shouldn't have split it 5 ways. I should have literally put all of it into this one funnel that works best for me. I still don't know why my fucking competitors are making more money than me. And the thing is, the distraction that we are trying to create a remedy against, distraction is Not Facebook here. It might be Instagram for some of you guys. It might be Pinterest. I don't know what content you consume. Hopefully it's not that other kind. It's not even the content. It's literally that other business. It's literally, what is it? It's the landing page you've been focusing on. It's your new funnel. It's the thing that you're doing to avoid the thing that you know you're going to be doing. Because these are the two skills that you lack. You don't lack the skill of learning. Everybody here has told me that they have a lot of information. You guys invest in this. You guys have done this. You guys don't lack the skill of acquiring information. You guys know how to learn. A lot of you guys know how to recruit. I asked you guys if you have employees. A lot of you guys have employees. Okay? A lot of you guys know how to make money. These are the two skills that you lack. Prioritization. You do not know how to prioritize. The second skill that you lack, ladies and gentlemen, is elimination. You guys don't know what to prioritize and you don't know what to eliminate. I can't talk to you and spell correctly at the same time. I apologize. These are the two things that are stopping you from where you want to be. And the answer to having these things, if you want to have these things, because it's easy to say, oh, prioritize the things that, number one, either get you more customers. So if something is worth doing, it either has to get you more customers, make them worth more. So it should increase the LTV of your customers, or third thing, what's the third thing? Increase the enterprise value of the business. Some of you guys are doing things that either don't do any of these or are replacements for things that will actually increase. How many of you guys are looking to have an exit in your business? Not a lot of you. Okay. This is what happens when I come to an info conference. Okay. For those of you guys that are trying to have an exit in your business, what are you doing to increase the enterprise value of your business? Are you removing yourself from the advertising, from the delivery? Are you removing yourself from the sales process? That, ladies and gentlemen, is worth doing. You want to understand what task will get you either the most amount of customers, make them worth more, meaning increase LTV, or increase the enterprise value. These are the only three things that you can do. Aesthetics don't fucking matter. Okay? You being a perfectionist, writing off your work as perfectionism in your business does not fucking matter. It doesn't matter what you do if it doesn't do any of these three things. And the thing is, you guys know this. You guys know the things that will get you more customers. You guys know the things that will get you more or higher LTV per customer that you get. And you guys know damn well what to do to increase the few of you know damn well what to do to increase the enterprise value of your business. Why aren't you doing it? Every single consulting call that I hop on, it's a series of questions. Okay. I ask a few questions to people. I ask them questions. Inevitably, they give me the solution. They give me the solution to their problem. And then what occurs? I ask them, why haven't you done this yet? And the answer is this, okay? I want you to look at this drawing, okay? As you guys know, I'm Pablo Picasso. I'm going to try to, this, ladies and gentlemen, is a cricket. The answer is crickets. There is no answer. There is no answer. Now, enough talking about the problem, okay? I promise you guys, I'd give you a solution. I'd give you the cure to this issue. What is the cure, ladies and gentlemen? The cure is accountability. Now, first things first, we need to define accountability. Accountability is consequence or oversight. So it can either be consequence, and again, this is not the core definition, but I'm trying to show you how you can practically systemize accountability in your business. It is either consequence or, what is the second thing? Oversight. Now, ladies and gentlemen, for those of you that have employees, how many of you guys understand the importance of holding your employees accountable? Raise your hands. Okay, let's do this again. How many of you guys had employees? Raise your hands again. Drop down your hand if you don't think holding your employees is accountable. Okay, beautiful. I didn't see anyone drop their hand. I don't know, my eyesight might be a little weak. But here's the thing. You guys understand the importance of accountability in this hierarchy, okay? This is you. You guys are founders. You guys are CEOs, right? Or maybe that's just what your LinkedIn said. Maybe because of the fact that you're always putting out fires, you guys are just glorified freelancers, but we'll put that to the side. You guys understand the importance of accountability for all the people underneath you. But when it comes to the most important individual in the business that directs all the people underneath them, do you have any system to keep you accountable? You have held your employees accountable. You have not held yourself accountable. If you want to hold yourself accountable, ladies and gentlemen, here are some practical tips. I'm about to show you exactly how to do it. The first thing that works best is equity deadlines. Okay. Now, mind you, this only works if and only if you have a business partner. If you don't have a business partner who shares this top rank with you, if you are the top person in the hierarchy, if there's nobody with you alongside you right here, then this won't work. But what you want to do is, number one, you want to have your meetings. Sure, conduct your meetings. That's okay. I'm not going to go Elon Musk on you guys and tell you that you guys should replace your meetings with fucking God knows what. Still have your meetings, but decide on the 3 factors that I mentioned, what you should be prioritizing. And do not switch your priorities. If you switch your priorities in the quarter, you lose equity. Lose a percent. Put your money or put your equity where your mouth is. I'm telling you, this, ladies and gentlemen, this consequence is what will keep you accountable. The oversight happens from you deciding what to do. So when you create your plan for the quarter, when you create your plan for the year, whatever the time frame is, or rather the commitments that you set in this time frame are the things that act as the oversight mechanism, okay? Because you understand that you not fulfilling those certain stipulations in your plans will result in you losing a part of your company. Then I'll see you guys pretend to work. Then I'll see you guys writing off perfectionism, which in reality is just procrastination as work, when you have equity on the line. And again, a recommendation that's more tactical that I would make here is that it should be input based. Okay. It shouldn't be outcome based. Shouldn't be, oh, we got to get to this particular number. It should be input based. Okay. So we're going to train this amount of people using this system. It shouldn't be, we're going to have 12 people making $100,000 each per year under us. That's an outcome. You want an input. So that's a little tactic for you right there. Now the question is, what if you don't have a business partner? How many of you guys don't have business partners? Okay, so almost half of you guys don't have business partners. You guys, I'm sorry to say, you guys need a coach. Okay. And I don't mean you need coaching. Okay. I'm going to put an ing here and I'm going to cross it out because this is not coaching. Okay. Why am I saying this is not coaching? Because coaching connotates what? Info. This is not info. I want you to listen to a few of these names. How many of you have heard of these people? A lot of you guys work in the same industry as these people. How many of you have heard of Alex Hormozi? How many of you have heard of Sam Ovens? Okay, they're both in SaaS now. I mean, Alex Hormozi is in private equity. Sam Ovens owns School. How many of you have heard of Naval Ravikant? How many of you have heard of Gary Keller, author of The One Thing? Okay, quite a few of you. What do all of these people have in common? All of these people, what do they have in common? They understand the importance of accountability. Even Mark Zuckerberg, hopefully you guys know Mark Zuckerberg because he owns literally half of your business. You haven't diversified off of Facebook ads, but that's a discussion for another day. They understand the importance of accountability. And the funny part is, most of the people that sell information understand the importance of accountability. A lot of the people that sell you guys information work with me, work with my coaches. Why? Because they understand the need to keep themselves accountable. If you scan this QR code, it's going to be up. I'm going to present. I'm going to keep presenting. You scan that QR code. It's going to take you to a site where you're going to be able to see the clips of all these people plus more. At least one person in your industry, one of the competitors, quote unquote, that we spoke about that is making more money than you, and how a lot of these guys are selling information. Some of these guys are selling masterminds just like this one. These people are the same ones that understand the importance of accountability. You'll see the proof when you scan that QR code. Now, I'm going to be honest with you guys. What did we talk about before? That this problem does not boil down to the quarter. not to the year, not to the decade, not to the week. It boils down to the hour. Now, and I'm going to be honest with you, all the problems, how many of you guys feel like the situations, the attributes that I described for you were fitting? Okay. All of you guys agree that the attributes I just described for you throughout this entire presentation were befitting of you guys. How many of you guys are surprised at the specificity, how specific these attributes were? Very good. You know why I know all this? Because I've been through it. I ran 11 businesses, okay? This isn't my first rodeo. I developed the system. I had to learn the system the hard way. You know how much I invested in courses, masterminds, consulting? Even I don't know. Fuck, maybe the IRS doesn't know how much I invested. I have learned this lesson, okay? And that is why I founded Compass. Compass acts as the prioritization and the elimination mechanism for entrepreneurs. What we've built is a system, okay? It's a system, as I mentioned, that works 24/7, because this is an issue that doesn't boil down to the week, to the month, to the year, to the quarter. It boils down to the hour, okay? Boils down to the hour. Because it boils down to the hour, we had to build a 24-hour system. Now, by the way, I am telling you that this is the same system that I use every single day. I used the system this morning. Okay, my business partners use this system. So we're not selling you one thing and using another. You know, because I find it so ironic when people are selling you cold email through paid ads. Now, I understand, you know, you got to do what you got to do. But why is there no consistency in the mechanism? If cold ads or cold emails worked so well, you'd run cold emails. Now, it's a different story if they run both, but a lot of people are running one system and selling the other. It doesn't work. We use what we sell, okay? What did we build this system around? Our ideal outcome when building the system was, number one, it has to be tailored, okay? So it cannot be for anybody but entrepreneurs, right? And that is why we've been able to help more than 100 entrepreneurs in more than 20 plus niches. If you're a SaaS guy, e-commerce, it doesn't fucking matter. Okay, we've done it before, we'll do it again. That is why we operate with 100% money back guarantee. And that is why we literally have a $5,000 freedom guarantee. If you feel like this system didn't adequately allow you to prioritize, allow you to eliminate, allow you to, again, this is the outcome, hit consistent KPIs. If it didn't allow you to have I'm just going to draw a laser focused priorities. If it didn't allow you to delegate, to eliminate, to prioritize properly, if it didn't allow you to get rid of all the half-built bridges that I call BRIE, because that's half of bridge, if it didn't allow you to get rid of all the half-built bridges in your business, if it didn't allow you to do more and work less at the same time, and if it didn't allow you to get rid of every single burnout cycle and distraction that you incur, we literally give you $5,000 as an entrepreneur, okay? And the reason why we built the system, as we mentioned before, is because we struggled with the same problem ourselves. This is for entrepreneurs, by entrepreneurs. The beauty of the system is that it integrates instantly. We wanted to make a system that required no additional effort on your end, okay? We didn't want it to have a week of pre-run time or something like that. We wanted it to be instant in its integration. Okay, so much so that because it's a 24/7 system, you can start using it the next hour. Okay, so for those of you guys that would like to see the system, you can start using it the next hour. Okay, and the beauty of it is it leverages the compounding effect in business. How many of you guys believe business is linear? Okay, quite a few of you raised your hands. You weren't supposed to. Business, ladies and gentlemen, is exponential. Okay, this is time and this is output right here. Business is exponential. When you skip a day, when you skip a week, when you skip an hour of work, when you don't focus on the right things, this is what you're missing out on because you never allowed time to run its course. But Hadi, I work a lot. This is what your work is. It's multiple restarts, another bridge, another bridge. You never focus on one path long enough so that it turns into this. Now, the only bet I'm making is for those of you guys that are over here, this is your revenue. Okay. This is where your revenue could be if you only learned how to prioritize properly, if you had a system that prioritized for you. I'm just betting that this delta right here, once we solve this problem, is at least 5K. If it isn't 5K, then ladies and gentlemen, you can have the 5K. And the best part about the system that we built, because we refined it over time, again, it's a coach-based system. So a lot of you guys aren't really going to like it. But again, it works better than anything and everything we've tried before. We've been in this industry for years now. Okay, we've worked with entrepreneurs. We've had offers. We've ran literally offers with entrepreneurs at every single stage of the business life cycle. The system that we concluded on, which was the best, required no routines. So you don't need to hop in an ice bath, okay? Even though, Mark, I know you recommended that, I apologize. But you don't need to hop in an ice bath to get this done, okay? There's no odd wake up times, okay? You don't need to start working at 8 p.m.s, okay? There's nothing like that involved here. You don't even need to quit the shit that you love. Here's the thing, right? A lot of people don't understand this. Alexander the Great conquered the world drunk. How many fat entrepreneurs do you guys know? I know one, me. I'm a fat entrepreneur. Okay? It doesn't fucking matter. If you're fat, it doesn't matter if you drink. Now, of course, obviously, I don't endorse drinking or smoking or any of these activities. But the thing is, the people in business that succeed are the ones that do the inputs, that properly prioritize and delegate. Who properly prioritized and delegated? Alexander the Great. And Alexander the Great was a drunkard. He used to drink himself to sleep every single night. And you know what? He conquered almost all of the known world at the time. Why? Because he understood how to prioritize and how to delegate. Did he have to quit drinking? No, he didn't. And yes, it's better if you quit all the distractions. All you really need to do is quit the things that matter, which are the things that you're working on in your business. It's not even the drink. It's not the cigarette. It's not the food. It's not all the other biohacking stuff that you're trying to optimize your life around. You know what you really need to quit? You need to quit the landing page. You need to quit that new funnel. You need to quit all of your businesses except for one. Because a lot of you guys don't have the skill at the moment to recruit and to properly manage multiple businesses. That's what you need to do at the time. That's what you need to quit. There's no quitting required for the system that we created, right? Except for that type of quitting. Okay. And there's literally no additional effort on your end because it's a completely plug and play system, as I mentioned before. Now, again, for those of you guys that mentioned you were freelancers, this is not for you. This is only for entrepreneurs. But we're going to be doing another presentation. We're going to be demonstrating this presentation. I think, are we recording this? Is this running? For the people that are watching online, okay, or for the people that are watching this presentation, you guys can visit the link in the bio. How many of you guys are ready to get rid of all the fires in your businesses? I want you to raise your hands. Beautiful. How many of you guys are ready to actually start working on your business, not in it? Beautiful. How many of you guys are ready to get rid of all the burnout and all the distractions that are keeping you at the revenue where you are? How many of you guys want to scale past this revenue? How many of you want to get past this plateau? Beautiful. Ladies and gentlemen, have I not exhibited to you that accountability that yields proper prioritization and proper elimination is what you need? Have I demonstrated that for you today? Amazing. My job here is done. Thank you very much. And I'll see you guys tomorrow.